Hi, my name is ColdBeer and let's start with Mafia Definitive Edition.
Remastered and re-released in 2020, the game is a proud owner of a very positive reviews on Steam. He'll take on the role of a mafioso in 1930s city of Lost Haven. It's a fictional place, but it's inspired by the city of Chicago. The town got hit hard by the Great Depression, and the advent of Prohibition in America means lucrative business opportunities for various mobsters. And let's be fair, for some shady old ladies as well who were brewing their moonshines deep in the cellars. By the way, did you know that you have to pour out the first cups of moonshine you make because it's poison? If you drink it, you will die or at least go blind. I've heard that from some master brewer a long time ago, but I can't remember the details. Anyway, as I've said many times before, prohibition in my eyes is a crime against humanity, so those gangsters are just folk struggling to survive in this authoritarian environment. SpellForce 3 Soul Harvest. This game, just like Fallen God, is a standalone episode of SpellForce 3, meaning that you don't have to own the base game or even know the story very well. Here you are plunged in a war on many fronts. While some evil threatens to tear apart the Dwarven realm, an enigmatic cult of Dark Elves harvests the souls of people for reasons unknown. That is not cool, you have to stop it. You know, souls are like currency you can use to pay the devil for nice things, so all this soul harvesting stuff is like a bank robbery in my eyes. The game itself is a hybrid between RPG and RTS, meaning that you will have your heroes with various options and combinations on a skill tree and can amass your army like in any strategy game as well. The difference from 3rd Warcraft, for example, is that your heroes here are more like actual RPG heroes than just better units with more powerful skills. The story will take about 20 hours of your time, but if you want you can create your own maps as well. Invisible Ink. You'll control the secret agents, and with their help you will infiltrate the world's most dangerous corporations. Stealth, precision and teamwork are essential in high-stakes, high-profit missions where every move may cost you your life. You will start with one of the 10 unlockable agents, plus 6 agent variants and 6 starting programs to crack corporate security. Locations, threats and loot are randomly generated, so each playthrough is different. People on Steam are saying that the game is criminally underplayed, so I'm spreading awareness and letting you know about it. The game is kinda old, but ticks all the boxes if you like the genre in general. Invisible Ink has more than 90% of positive reviews, left by about 5,000 players who bought it. Starship Troopers Terran Command. This game has a model similar to the Arbillions, where you defend from the hordes of enemies and try to keep your base alive. Also, here you can literally relive the best moments of the Starship Troopers movie by defending your base from hordes of ladybugs. Anyway, here you'll encounter dozens of unique insect types, each with their own special abilities and skills. Also, the map has terrain elevation, true line of sight and true line of fire, providing deep tactical gameplay, meaning that units that stand behind other units can't shoot unless they stand on a higher ground. Sadly, you can't play as an alien insect. It's not off the table completely, developers say, but now you can only play as a military human society. That's it. If you are wondering if you can build a base here, yes you can, but it's not the main focus of the game, I would say. Despite that, it has a very positive review score on Steam, and many commentators are stating that if you like Command & Conquer or StarCraft, you must try Starship Troopers as well, so do not ignore it. Detroit: Become Human. Here, decisions will dramatically alter how the game's intense, branching narrative plays out. Your choices really matter, not like in real life. Basically, the whole game is built around your choices. You can't do anything here except to choose what to do in certain situations. Well, also you move around a little and search for clues, but that's kinda it. And every decision you make, no matter how small, affects the outcome of the story. And in this game, no playthrough will be exactly the same. You can replay again and again to discover a totally different conclusion, sometimes absolutely unexpected one. Well, let's be honest, you probably won't do that many times, but it's nice to know that the ending you got is really unique. Also, you can try the free demo version on Steam. Hauntii. It is time for some fancy art, which coincidentally is also a video game. This is probably the best short description of Hauntii. Cute puzzle platformer with incredible visuals. Here you'll take on the role of a naive ghost on a journey to ascend beyond the afterlife. You will explore, solve challenges and collect star fragments to reveal the moments of your past life. Your hero can use the unique haunt mechanic to possess and take control over almost anything. Even trees or potato salad. Can you imagine a haunted potato salad?
Ooh, eat me. I'm delicious, and not in a sexual way. I'm a salad, you pervert. Ooh, I had more salt. Yes, perfection.
So besides that, you will dash, jump, blast, glide and shake your way through the world of Afterlife. On Steam the game has a very positive review score, and people are saying that besides the fun gameplay, the soundtrack is really cool as well. And it's not as short as you might expect from a game like that. You will probably finish it in about 10 hours. The Planet Crafter. The adventure here starts literally the same as in Subnautica and many other alien planet exploration games. You are falling from space in a tiny capsule that will be your only home and link to humanity. So you manage to land with all your body parts intact and may start exploring unfriendly nature around you. Well, alright, I ain't gonna lie, in the Planet Crafter you ain't gonna find any hostile enemies. It's a very relaxing game where you don't have to worry about creating new weapons to defend yourself from large alien monsters, nothing like that. Here you have to gather minerals and resources to survive, and craft all the tools you'll need in order to fulfill your mission, which is to terraform this planet and make it habitable for humans. And half of humanity has boobs, so just saying, a noble goal. Also keep in mind that this is not just a crafting game. You will explore old crashed ships and ruins and discover a planet full of mystery. If interested, keep in mind that you can play the demo version on Steam for free. Sea Salt. It's a dark fantasy reverse horror action strategy game with a comfy horror vibe where you play as a nightmarish force of Dagon, the Eldritch God. You will be controlling an ever-growing horde of evil minions. To say short, you are evil and you slay good guys. That is very nice, I like that. Game looks easy at the beginning, you just run after some weaponless guys and tear them to pieces. But later it gets harder and harder.
That's what she said.
And then everything in your control dies horribly. To be short, it's a great game. I have reviewed this game in my channel, and back then I gave the game 8 cold beers out of 10, which is a really high amount of imaginary alcohol. Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. This is a stealth-based game, meaning that you can shoot your way through the enemies or sneak up behind them without being traced, hack systems to retrieve information, or use your social skills to extract information from key characters. There are always choices, multiple approaches, multiple paths, and multiple tools at your disposal. People on Steam are talking that Deus Ex is really enjoyable, although very linear. But in this instance, the linear aspect is a good thing, because despite the fact that the game is guiding you in your path, it doesn't hold your hand or penis, and you are free to approach every situation as you please. And as I've mentioned before, the ways of playing are really numerous, and the only limit is your imagination. That also means that everyone without imagination has no limits at all. Let it sink. Yeah, also I can promise that in Deus Ex you will find many amazing music scores. The game has a really exceptional soundtrack which is creating an amazing atmosphere. Leaving Lyndow. Another walking simulator gem from creators of Eastshade. Well, the predecessor to be fair, with a more than affordable price. But this price has a catch. You will beat it in less than an hour. Leaving Lyndow is a peaceful experience with a detailed environment to explore at your own pace. The game is set in the first person, so the immersion is really here. People on Steam are saying that this is a great tasting experience before you play the Eastshade, which is, by the way, about 14 times bigger game. If you like Leaving Lyndow, then Eastshade will be like a major meal for you. The game has a very positive review score, beautiful graphics and great atmosphere. Try it out. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I'll say bluntly, I wish this was just a DLC to a Hogwarts Legacy. It would expand the game greatly. Now it's just not that big of a deal, but nevertheless it may be a fun game for you to try. People are complaining about bad controls, but if you can play Rocket League and score, you'll be just fine. And if Rocket League was something you were struggling in, then think twice before getting the Quidditch game. And of course, a controller is a must. It's not the game for your keyboard and mouse. So here you'll set your team's map and difficulty and play alone or in teams of up to 3 in online co-op. You can also play in single player or test your skills in competitive online matches against other Quidditch teams. You can customize your character or play as one of the legendary ones from the books and movies. A bad thing is, the game wants you to be online even in single player.
Blasphemy!
Yeah, it's funny how that prevents not only the piracy but the sales as well. Although if that's not a problem for you and you like the lore and sports games, it looks like fun and the discount is nice. Laysara, Summit Kingdom. It is a real-time strategy city builder colony sim with pause, meaning that you can issue commands while eating delicious potato salad without any stress. So here during a campaign or sandbox playthrough, you will establish multiple towns, each on a unique mountain with its own traits. Each mountain also comes with a new set of challenges. They differ in shapes, vegetation zone layouts, resource availability and weather conditions. One of the ever-present dangers you will have to deal with are mighty avalanches. You can't stop them, obviously, but you can take precautions and be prepared. Afforest the key areas to create natural barriers, build artificial ones to redirect rushing masses of snow, or trigger the avalanche early while it's still manageable. That is a really dangerous activity and it will put you on your toes. So when I said that you can play it without any stress, I lied. Warhammer 40k Battlesector. This is a fast-paced, turn-based strategy game set in a grimdark universe of the 41st millennium. Pick your force, develop your army, control mighty heroes and fight for victory using strategy, awesome abilities and devastating weaponry. Here you'll find 20-mission single-player campaign. You'll help to purge the Tyrannid infestation and preserve the honor of the noble blood angels. Also the skirmish mode is available here. Pick your faction, pick your enemy and dive into battle. You can completely customize your army list by selecting your units, heroes and their weaponry. The game has a very positive review score on Steam, and people are saying that even if you don't like turn-based strategy, this game may change your mind. Here, unlike in XCOM, you can move units simultaneously. You don't need to wait for your other units to finish their turns. That is great because it saves your time. You know what else saves your time? Potato salad. When you eat it, time slows down because of how awesome it is. That is proven by science. Monster Sanctuary. Some time ago something happened and platformer games started to develop deepness. Monster Sanctuary is one of those examples when you put a huge interesting game into a 2D side-scrolling setting. Basically it's sort of a Pokemon game where you collect various monsters and use them for your own interest and pleasure. They do all the hard work for you and you gain all the benefits, so they are basically your slaves and have no free will of their own. They have to serve their master overlord and never think about returning to nature ever again, because once you enslave them, that's it, they are bound to your will. And somehow here, you are still a good guy. Divinity Original Sin 2. You can become some really interesting custom-made hero, or choose from 6 unique origin characters with their own backgrounds and agendas. For example, you can become a flesh-eating elf. You may think, what, is that the lame feature that regenerates health like ghouls have in every game? No, it's way cooler. Once I found a dead body, and there was an option to, eat its leg. I was like, why not? And I ate it. And suddenly I saw who killed the guy because this feature of mine worked in this mysterious way, and I completely forgot that I have it. I just ate the leg because I can. So the game gives you freedom that is sometimes a bit absurd. That is awesome. Anyway, here you will explore the vast and layered world alone or in a party of up to 4 friends in a cooperative play. You can even play on split screen with your mother-in-law. Go anywhere, unleash your imagination and explore almost endless ways to interact with the world. There's more to experience in PvP and Game Master modes. In the latter, you'll create your own stories or download fan-made campaigns from Steam Workshop. Game has an overwhelmingly positive review score. Deadlink. This is a cyberpunk first-person shooter with roguelite elements. You are an elite operative recruited for the experimental Deadlink project. So here you'll pilot an autonomous combat shell and fight your way through cramped slums, twisted labs and grimy warehouses to topple the most powerful corporations. You'll find a deadly and diverse arsenal of weapons, upgrade your skills and tech, devastate destructible environments and bankrupt the evil corporations. By killing all their employees, I guess. Yeah, you can't make millions of dirty money if everyone who works for you is dead. The logic is unbeatable, unlike your enemies. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that you will play this game just because of the story, the plot and love-hate relations between simple folk and the evil rich. That small part of never-ending carnage is just a nice addition, not important. The Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes. Here, at the close of the Iraq War, special forces hunting for weapons of mass destruction unearth something far deadlier, a buried Sumerian temple containing a nest of creepy creatures. To survive the night below, they must forge a brotherhood with their enemies from the world above, and only your decisions will influence how the story will unfold. Basically, I can guarantee that nothing good will ever happen with you behind the wheel. Everyone will die horribly and you are the one to blame. But hey, that's the beauty of this game, you can replay it and make different, probably way worse decisions next time.
Cult of the Lamb.
This is a base-building roguelite adventure game where you play as a lamb. But instead of grazing grass all day and looking puffy and cute, you're gonna start your own cult. You will have to collect resources to build new structures, and of course you will have to perform dark rituals. But in this randomly generated world you are not the only one having a cult, so you naturally will have to destroy other cult leaders in order to gain more influence over your mindless slaves. The art is cool, the music is great, and you will find a variety of activities to do with a simple poop. What's not to love? People on Steam are saying that this game might become repetitive, but it has very positive reviews from over 40,000 players. Darksiders Genesis. This is a great game with great humor and very positive reviews on Steam. It is well balanced to play in co-op mode, but also fun in single player as well without any regrets. You, like me, probably have no friends anyway. Although I must warn you that here you'll do more shooting than bashing and slashing, but you will get a fair share of the latter as well. Gamers on Steam are praising the aesthetics, interesting story and fun gameplay, but are grumpy about controls and few almost unsolvable puzzles. Game has great graphics, a bit childish dialogues, terrible camera angles, and no potato salad man class, which is a shame. Anyway, from me it gets 8 cold beers out of 10.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and of course subscribe. Do it now.